card with the subject being why doesn't she like me? So if you feel dumped, if you feel confused about a relationship where somebody doesn't seem to be interested in you, although you are a very, very cool person, we're gonna figure out why, okay? I'm using these mini cards, mini little playing cards. They're awesome sauce. A book. Don't think I have a name. Playing cards. No, just says playing cards. And then straight, because it's just all this, like royal flush. Two of a kind, full house. But straight. That's funny because I'm very straight. This is my treasure box. We'll take 3 little stones. Okay, number 1 is Shiva Lingham stone. Group number 1. Group number 2 is our alien stone here. I'm call this the alien stone. But it's 3 agate, moss agate maybe. That is a thing. So group 2. Group 3 is this blue calcite, angel or something. And group 4 is this tiger's eye. Okay. So group 1, 2, this little green guy. Group 3, this light blue stone, and group 4, this tiger's eye. Okay. Choose your group, and then we will begin to see what the hell is wrong with these people. Why don't they like us? How dare they? Okay, group 1. Let's get into it. Group 1 is Shiva Lingham. Shiva Lingham. That's yin and yang. It's 2 colors. But sexual energy, I know. Looks like a little seed. No idea what this is about. Okay. Let's see. We have 4 little cards. So I have the 6 of Wands. But then more upside down here. So no victory. Then the 9 of Wands. It's holding on. And 5 of Swords. For me, these are swords, and like other card readers do it differently. These are swords. Obvious, right? It's defeat, and then 4 of Swords is rest. Okay, I'm not getting a person from this yet. Also not a story. So doing pretty good here. Let's see. It says wants me to pull another stone, and then I get this. Okay, my eye immediately falls on this carnelian stone. The Shiva Lingham and this carnelian. This is about the voice speaking. This little face, shy little face. Carnelian, orange star. What is happening here? Okay. This is somebody that what I get from this is somebody you're not talking to after a fight, after discussion. Somebody you're not talking to after a discussion. Something that has been put to rest momentarily. I mean, it seems. I think you had the final word here. The other person sort of never responded to the last of the conversation, or kind of just called it quits a little bit. I think there was a discussion, and I think you were angry most of all. And I think they kind of didn't reply, and I think you're wondering, like, it basically didn't work out. I think you were hoping for more, and person didn't seem interested, and I think then you called him or her out on that, but not per se that. I think you just called them out on they were not talking. They were sort of keeping themselves hidden or quiet, or you were having dates or contact, but then it kind of fizzled out, and they sort of, I think when they were right in front of you, things were super nice, and the connection was definitely there, but then they go back home and it's done, okay? And I think you were speaking out, but they did not. I think they just kept quiet, and I think you became angry about that, which just shut them even more down. Okay, and I think that some time has passed, but now you're just confused. So we have this non-victory card here, but this is the card of holding on. So upside down, I would say this is a player, but I think this is more talking about you. You don't feel victory here, despite holding on, despite there being something to hold on to or hold on for. So that was the weird thing. It's not that you were just hoping for more and that you read the signs wrong, or you just don't want to see that's not what was there, because there was something. There was something to hold on to, and then the other person just seemed to let go of that, and you don't really know why. Okay, so that's why we're here. So there's defeat and then rest. I think the rest card is important. I think that's your answer, kind of like this is going to continue. Oh, 6-9. I just got that. I just saw 6-9. Okay, now I know who it is about for me. So 6-9-5-4. So this is not over yet. I think this is going to continue, but for now, this is a period. Like, I don't think for you per se, but this person. Okay, so now it's turning around. So I just talked about your side of things, and now for this person, he kind of has the same experience. Okay, it's going to be a girl or a guy. It's the same experience. So for them, it also felt like this failed, and that feels like a loss. Okay, they were also hoping for victory or more, so that failed for them too, and they also are still holding on. However, they I think not because of this, but in general, with things going on in their life and this adding up, I think when you became angry or you spoke out loud, that added up, and they just felt defeated in general in life, or like a lot of things were adding up for them, so they're just in a period of rest right now, or in taking it easy. I think it was a difficult period for them overall, so I think right now is just not a good time for them. So I think when they get themselves together, or this person gets him or herself back together and starts I don't know, like finding some ground again, I think they will come around. They will come around. So this is not over, and they will speak up. But for now, it's a bit of a non-speak. Yeah. So I then gets Two of Pentacles, which just means that they are juggling these balls. They're holding these balls in the air. They have to balance things. Okay. Maybe there's another person. I don't see that here at all. But I see that there is work, other situations. Just a lot of things, and in general, I feel that this person doesn't feel that good with themselves right now. Okay, they're not feeling that like I got this or confident at all. So they really are like sort of in a juggling period, and I think because they were already feeling pressure in the situation where they were hoping for more and they wanted to step up to that plate. But then other things were adding on the pressure, so they never felt like they could step up to the plate. And then when you forced them to kind of just speak up, say something, they kind of shut down, which was their fault, I think, which was not okay. You know, you're supposed to then speak up, show your vulnerability, have an honest talk about what's going on in your life, say what you're feeling, what you're thinking, not just hide more. Okay, so that was a bit of a mistake on their part, I think, just the not talking, because that never helps, I think. Yeah, so I think they just the bad time, but it's nothing that you did. I think they were having the same hopes and the same ambitions as you were and still are. Okay, that's it. So I think let go of this a bit, and then this person will come around again after some time. Okay, but they're just not feeling that confident, and I don't think there's anything you can do or say. I think it's on their. It's important that they make the first step here. It's very important that they get to reconnect because of the pressure. They need to feel ready. They need to feel like they want this and that they make this move, okay? Otherwise, they're just going to always feel like, I don't know if this is right now. I don't know if we can handle this. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe not. And then it's just gonna add up to more frustration on both parts. Okay, so you're still amazing. This person also thinks so. They're just having a hard time. Period. Okay. Good luck. Group 1. Thank you. Okay. That was not hard. I'm warmed up. Then we go on to group number 2. This tree agate thing. Group number 2. Do we have anything? Right. It always looks like a little alien to me. I'm trying to find the why to show you, but I can't. So, oh yeah, there it was. Look, that's the alien. So you're an alien. This person is an alien. They're alienating you. They are on the outside. Yeah, you're both special snowflakes. These are about a couple of special snowflakes. So I think let's just start with that. Whatever awkwardness or weirdness you have with life or social people or social encounters or dating or making contact or communicating, the other person has too. Okay, so why are they being difficult? The same reason you're being difficult. I can tell you that for sure. Okay, so then we have wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, then we got some cards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I don't know why. I just like it because it's Joker prepared. Very good. Very good. Okay, so it's a lot of cards here. 9 cards. They want 9 cards. So we have this Joker in the middle. That's very good. I like it. I'm gonna put the alien on top of that. A fool. Somebody. This was somebody you had a lot of fun with. This was somebody you had a lot of fun with, a lot of laughter. Yeah, this was just somebody who you could really, really play with. Okay. So, in this sense, this was a relationship. I can't judge about any other aspects, but this is talking about more of the platonic, like strong relationship where 2 people are just the best friends. Like they're laughing, having the best time, connecting really well, sense of humor, intelligence, talking about everything. Okay, doing like fun to do everything together with this person. And I think that's why you're still wondering or still inquiring like what happened, because this connection was so strong, like you had the best friend for life. Where did he or she go? Yes, so that is the story, I guess. Let's think. Okay, so one aspect, there's one aspect where one person kept. Okay, so I think this was a very strong relationship where 2 people came together. However, despite this connection being so beautiful and so easy and so obvious, I think subconsciously both people wanted more. I think they both wanted a deeper relationship, or they both envisioned a future with the other person. I think both people were really hoping for this, seeing this, and having this in their mind. Not for right away, maybe, like you can meet somebody and just think, I don't know if we're going to have a relationship right now or get very intense, but somehow I just know we're going to be there at the end. I know I want you in my family, I want you in my life. So that's how strong I think you felt about each other, okay? But then for a deep relationship, like one person was still like very much actively looking around, like finding the missing piece for themselves. This is about insecurity. It's about somebody who, a lot of people find themselves in this situation where they really love a person next to them or right in front of them, or let's say they meet the person of their dreams physically, and it's everything they ever wanted, and still there's a hunger inside. Still, it's not enough. Something, they keep looking, and it's a never-ending story. This is usually more of a search and has a lot to do with your confidence. So this is more of somebody who's really still trying to find him or herself, somebody who's still wandering around, like nothing you could ever offer this person would be enough because they don't think themselves are enough. So you have one person who kept looking around, like looking at all other cups and choices. Then the other person, as a reaction to this, in their insecurity, I think they had the wrong idea. They thought that they didn't see that part of that other person, that they were so insecure or really still trying to find themselves. I think they saw that as, I'm not enough. So this other person keeps looking around, keeps looking at other people, so that means I'm not enough. So they really took that personally because they saw this person that they loved so much and that they felt so strongly with. Like, it was kind of these platonic relationships where you just kind of think, if this person is not enough, then what's wrong with me? Because how can I not love this person? This connection is too precious. So they thought, well, if they're still looking around, then I'm not enough. And then, I mean, how that just drove them a bit crazy, because they went into their fears really badly, but into their own little world. So these were not nightmares that you're lying awake from, that the other person can help you with, because normally if you have fears in your life and anxiety, you can talk to the other person about it and say, I'm like, wow, these things are really keeping me awake at night. But these were all really happening in their own little bubble, so the other person could not help them with, because I think the other person was really trying to explain or talk about this, like, oh, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about all these choices, this is happening inside my mind. And I think the other person was trying to react to that and say, or still like act like a friend and be there and talk about things. But meanwhile, slowly they were really inside their own head, in their own little prison, suffering a lot, okay? Because they were just thinking, they were just full of fear. It's like caught in the headlights, like frozen. They were kind of frozen in this fear. But because also they had the wrong idea. And both of these insecurities were like really creating the perfect storm here, because one person was slowly, okay, because I hate to keep saying this person. So, how are we gonna call them? Whatever, let's say person A and person B. So person A is the one with all the choices, who kept having to find himself, right? So they're being insecure, and because they're loving this person and this relationship is getting more intense, slowly they are facing the fact more and more. It's like, oh fuck, I'm still not happy, I'm still looking around, I want to commit to this, but what is wrong with me? Why am I so unhappy? Why is it never enough? What am I missing? Do I not like myself? Is the other person not enough? Because they keep maybe they're wondering it, like, maybe this person is not what I want, because whatever. This slowly they are facing the fact, like, oh, this is coming closer and closer. And that person B is slowly facing the fact, like, what if they're gonna leave me, right? And there's nothing I can do. Because I'm not enough, and I'm giving everything I got, and still this other person keeps looking around. And they're not talking about it, which is the biggest problem maybe here. But I don't think even when they would talk about it, they could, because these two people in these insecurities are living in their own little dimension where they can't even understand themselves. So what is going on here? So I think even if both parties would fully engage in the communication about this, it would still fail because it's something that they couldn't see both, right? And in the meantime, even if they could understand the other party, they're still faced with this huge problem inside themselves, right? So that's something painful. That is the two blah blah blah. Whatever. I'm looking at the other cards. So then we have. Okay. So as a consequence of this is you get that both parties start withdrawing their energy because person A feels the other person is hurting because I'm looking around like I'm dating other people maybe, and this is really hurting the other person. They feel that, so they start withdrawing a bit, not telling them everything, because even I have personal experiences in this. When you try to be as open as you can and be as honest in your communication, you're still sharing everything just so the other person can see, hey, I really mean well, I really care about you, I want you to know everything, you're the person I trust, I want you to trust me, right? So that's maybe why they're oversharing maybe. So then they see that this is hurting the other person, so maybe they pull back, and pulling back from this, like not sharing your inside world suddenly with somebody you're so close to, that's painful, right? So suddenly person A feels hurt about this, like I can't share my inside world anymore because you're too insecure, right? So there's nothing this person A can do. Like they just see the other person suffering and they're just being themselves. So withdrawing of energy, person B the same thing. Because of this wrong idea, they think like, hey, this person is actually not 100% invested in me, so why would I give my all? So both parties are hoarding their energies or starting to withdraw. And then also this Eight of Wands, which just means fast moving energy, but both, like I think it's lying next to this the nightmare card and this board, like not knowing what you want card. And I think that's talking about how both parties start withdrawing their energy and start kind of manifesting other things because they're living in their both parallel dimensions where they have to move on, right? Because I'm not enough, so I'll have to find somebody else, and I guess I'm not happy, so I'll have to find somebody else, right? So they start manifesting something different, so that moves them even further apart, right? So that's one of the consequences. And another consequence is a lot of emotions. I think both parties are very emotional, very sensitive people. Having to deal with that yourself is difficult, and then maybe involving another person can get very ugly, a bit messy, chaotic, very unclear, very confusing. And this also talks about both parties using alcohol, substances, other addictions, just sort of difficulty dealing, just in general. Difficulty dealing, so that's one of the aspects. And then another aspect is defensiveness, not making a decision. So both parties being sort of stalled in not taking a step forward into the relationship, not knowing like step forward to step back, kind of just a very painful closing down of a beautiful relationship, I feel here. Slowly, sort of because of the two problems I talked about at great length now in the beginning, okay? So the conclusion, this connection is very beautiful and is still there, and I think your vision that you both had about seeing each other at the end of your life is going to be very true. But right now I think you're past the most painful period. I think there was a period where both were really just suffering from the loss of this and resentment towards the other person, not sort of knowing what to do, because I think both parties want this connection again, this relationship, but are afraid of going through this mess again. And I think both parties are changing and transforming. That's why this tree agate bit here, this moss, I think there's a huge transformation on both sides that has happened or is going on here. So just remember that this connection was there, is there, and always will be there. You were not wrong. The thing that made you guys separate was both of yours insecurity, and I think because the connection was so strong and so intense and so much love, it made both of you have to look at the deeper issues inside yourself. All right, so actually it's really beautiful what happened. I think both the parties here were so loving that the other person was forced to look at how unloving they were of themselves, okay? And that, I think, for both of you, sparked a beautiful journey that unfortunately you had to walk, like to do alone, okay? Something you couldn't help the other person with, because like the other person, if they were there, you would lean on them, you would use them, you would project them. That's why things got so messy, because like with the other person there, yeah, you had to be alone in this, and that's why it was so painful. Or you were very alone in this and unreachable for each other. So, but I think trust that you're getting exactly what you want, and that this person, and I think you feel that they're never far away. They're like the closest thing to family and home that you could wish for, and they're there, right there in the world. Like this is kind of this energy of the person that I feel like if you just think about them for 1 second, you feel them, that they have your back no matter where they are. If you just say the name in your head, they will sort of respond. Or these are the kind of people that visit you in your dreams, you know what I mean? This is home. So just that, and just that that you met, that you're gonna meet again. Just, and I think slowly like let go of any resentment or pain, because just, you know, both parties were had their fair share here. Yeah. And you know, think of this connection with this person in the first place as love, like home love, not passion, not sex, not lust. That can be there, right? That's something, but I think that's something, that aspect of this relationship is something where both parties here are gonna have to rediscover the other person completely anew. I think both of you have changed so much that in that regard you can't say anymore, would I like that person? Would I be attracted to them? Because trust me, that the person you knew is not there anymore. They're completely new. So the sexual side is going to have to be completely rediscovered. But the love side, sort of that home love, that's still there. I can tell you that. Okay? That was very nice. That was very beautiful. Thank you. Group 2. Adios. See you later. Okay. You remember a little break? Okay, bienvenido. I don't know if that's a word. What language that is. Oh, and the stone is gone. Come back. So, welcome group 3. This is a blue calcite or angel quartz something stone. Sorry if you can't see it. And it just fell to this. So, what's this about? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There. Wait, this two, right? And this two. Okay. Ooh, wait. First of all, this is the first card we got. Our Ace of Wands. Passion. So this relationship, whoever this was hot, passionate. Whew. Yeah, this was, as far as sex goes, this was the shit, this relationship, okay? So, but and we're saying that because I think that was a big part of it, this very lustful, sexual kind of relationship. So, I don't think this is this was a very long relationship. This was very short, I think, or at least it was like not a love relationship. You know, somebody who you have the deep talks with. If you're from group 2, like this is the opposite. This is somebody you meet and it's just so fiery and so passionate that your brain doesn't know what to do with it anymore. Okay, and you think it's love, but is it? I don't know, guys. You got left in the cold. They left you. They ghosted you. Yeah. And I think also that's how they feel about you. Like you betrayed them. Like you left them in the cold. Like left them in like, you know, like how do you say that in English? In a deficit, in a like financially, like this is the homeless card, right? You're on the street, you're a beggar. So that's how you feel, and I think the other person mostly would feel that you betrayed them, that you just completely lied to them, something like this. Yeah. Hold up. So we get this king and this queen of wands here. So again, passion relationship. These two people come together. Could be two guys, two girls, but two wands peoples. Yeah, and I think in a way that you matched in this, like there was a very confident person, a very beautiful person, and another person who was very successful in a way, who had maybe more, like financially was more off, or who was more of a male like energy in this, a go-getter, who like big car, the company, who is more of the like one person who definitely one person who was more active in the pursuit of this, you know, like when they sort of like saw this lady and they just went like, oh, I'm gonna call you, let's go on a date, I'm gonna pick you up, come stay over. They like everything, like they were ready to wrap this up, kind of, and that kind of energy is a bit more passive, a bit more active. That's what I'm saying. And then we have this like this little lady here, and the 7 of Swords, but in reversed. Wow, I'm really confused. I'm gonna let the other cards help me out. Got this nice little pyramid going here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, upside down. Okay. Turn everything around. Let's see if that makes more sense. Well, hold up, guys. I don't know what the cards are trying to say. What is this? Wow, I'm really sorry. I am blocking. The card, more card. Okay, so however this ended, I feel like... No, okay, I need to be honest. I was correcting myself again. My first thought was this isn't over. This is not over. It's not over. Also because I feel there's no closure, in a sense that there was an argument, there was tension. Yeah, there was definitely emotions at the end, but there was no real fight or no real ending where two people said like, you know what, fuck you, this is over, or I never have to see you again, or please come back. There was no talking anymore. I really feel like one person ghosted. So just one person who was suddenly like, okay, whatever. And in kind of a mean way. You know, in a kind of dismissive, devaluating way where they're like, oh, did we have a relationship? I don't care. Whatever, I'm already on with things, like nothing ever happened. So that's sort of how the conversation ended. In any ways, like there was no ending argument, and it's not over. It's okay. That's what my head said. Keep talking. Come on. This is hard. Okay, one person had a lot of problems in this problem with the balance. There was a off balance. I think one person was really in a financial difficult position, and the other person was more well off. And I think for the one party, there was a huge concern, was this balance, was this a huge problem. So in their personal life, right? So they had a lot of problem, maybe stepping forward in the relationship, or knowing what to do. Now, however, this other person, the active party here, was too much of this. They were unwilling to see the boundaries there, or I think they were greedy. I think they really just wanted it their way, and somehow were threatened by this. Somehow also, I think, felt, I don't know, wait, I'm trying not to project my personal shit here because I'm triggered. I can't help it. Sorry, group 3. This is a bit of a mess. I hope I'm making sense here. Okay, then the person that was having the financial difficulty more, or was having a lot of problems, they also had trust issues here. They didn't trust the more active party here. They were kind of really afraid of being robbed here, or being left here, like getting stolen from, because that had happened to them in the past, which is kind of funny, because with the ghosting and with the disappearing, that's kind of what they... Okay, that's what... So both parties end up manifesting here a bit of what they were afraid of, okay? So the active guy is really afraid of that this beautiful person, or this more passive, this more, let's say, introverted person, then maybe would leave them, right? That they would... that whatever, like this king here is trying everything to show this queen, like I can give you everything you want, right? But they're so afraid that this queen will like just leave them, or that it's not enough. And that's kind of what ends up happening. I feel like the queen ends up trying, sort of pulling away, and ends up looking around, and you know, like without agreeing on like this is what we do, this is what we don't. I think there was a lot of very confusing boundaries or communication here, and a lot of pressure, and from anxiety. But that ends up happening, I think, anyway. So this queen ends up, I think, maybe cheating on this king, or like, you know, stepping outside of this, sort of breaking a promise that the queen did not want to keep. You know what I mean? So like, it's this king asks this queen, please be mine alone, and or do it this way or this way, and this queen is kind of like, I don't want to promise you that. I don't want to promise you that yet. I don't want to be yours. So she goes on a date, sleeps with somebody else, and then this king is like, that's it, I'm done, it's over. Don't want to talk to you ever. Like, this never happened. Whatever. I'm busy. What do you want? Sort of like no response no more emotional response, okay? So then this queen's nightmare ends up being true, where she's like, oh, so another person that's sort of just a thief in the night, another thief in the night just disappears, right? So she manifests that. Great. So that we have here, okay. Home, love. There was definitely love here. There was definitely something spectacular. There was a spectacular connection, and I think that's what confused both parties. I think both parties confused this with something healthy. Whatever this was, it didn't come out very healthy. But these are two good people who did really love each other. And I think both parties were so, like a tsunami of emotions and stuff hit them here, that they kind of both went under and did some stupid things. Yeah, it's like a worst case scenario here that sort of super quickly happened. And it was like boom, 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 and it's done. And both parties are like, what the hell just happened? My heart just got broken. I don't know. And I think it was very intense in the aftermath. I think both parties are still dealing with this, still not like sort of having trouble accepting what the hell just happened here. So it's not over. That's what I said. That's where I'm going to leave it at. I don't know if this person is a good idea to get back together with. However, I think it would be a very, very good idea to be able to talk to each other again, because I think both of you are living with sort of a nightmare aftermath that doesn't have to be there, because I don't think both parties are understanding each other very well. And yeah, it feels like a big shame, like something. There's something really beautiful, and it's two good people at heart. However, something sick, like something not healthy about both. Or there was something not healthy about both parties, their own like insecurities, their own self-love, or the way they handle relationships, right? The way they see relationships. Maybe it's like dependency, like codependency. I don't know what the right term is. Because codependency doesn't make sense. Dependency, right? Like codependency is a term from addicts, from from medicine that was used when describing addictions. When you would have the one person, let's say they found in a study that if you have one person who has an addiction and they're in a long relationship, that not treating the partner is a great risk for a relapse, right? Is a big problem, because these partners are sort of, usually they are part of a pattern, part of a problem, an enabling problem. And like, let's say suddenly their partner comes home and they're cured and they never drink again. Suddenly they don't need them as much. They are not so dependent on them. And then I think that's where it comes from, where the spouse would be codependent on the addiction as to feel validated, to feel value, because, I'm a good person, because I help my partner, I do these things, I can forgive. It's very complicated. You have no idea how crazy we put value, like how our value system is, how much we put value in our job, even though we don't like it. But just the fact that we have it, the fact that we're doing it, makes us, like, gives us sort of value, or gives us a peaceful feeling. And then when it's gone, suddenly it's really confrontational, how suddenly you have to think of, wow, like, if I'm not that person doing that, and I'm not that person doing that, then how, like, who am I? And I know I'm a good person, but I feel a bit, yeah, like, it's a weird feeling. Even when you're aware of it, you still have to be confronted with it. Like, oh, guess that was important for me. Just that identity thing. Like, I tell people I'm that person and I do this for a job. It's a safety more than you know. I don't know why I'm telling this. It will make sense in the end. So thank you, group 3. That was heavy. Oh, that was not easy. Okay, sorry for the lack of drama and dynamic, and probably me saying the same thing over and over again, or very vague things. Well, hope it helps. Thank you. Group 4. Okay, this card already popped you up. Group 4, you are the tiger's eye. I am the tiger. Our 4 of the Pentacles card. Interesting. Meaning somebody being withholding, cheap. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got a guilt attack about somebody. This is very difficult, I feel, to talk about relationships and other people, because it's triggering. How do you not constantly think of your own shit while you do this? Which you can't. So projection is part of the process. I know, but you know, like tarot reading is mostly me sharing my stories, helps other people with their stories, because we all do the same stuff, even though we think we don't. That's part of the process. The other part is magic. Like cool rings, and a cap with the W from Wizard. And this, it's not random. You should probably look this up later. First, if you have the name. Oh God, jellyfish spirit. Look that up. The jellyfish spirit. Yeah, I can't think of what symbolism that would think of. Something from the deep. Something from the deep. Ooh la, something old. Four of Cups, Nine of Swords reversed, which means that somebody is, with the Four of Pentacles, somebody is very withholding. Somebody's withholding, somebody's not committing, somebody's being very, like, they see the connection or they see the person, but they're kind of passing. It's like, I don't know. Not because, I don't know who is who here yet. I don't know who is who here yet, actually, to be honest. But I can tell you that whoever it is, they're being a bit picky. Yeah, and but mostly because they are really stuck in their own little head. They're really stuck in their own little worries or nightmares, or they just see a lot of troubles on the road that are not there. But most of all, it's in their own. Other people don't really see this, don't know this, or you don't know this. The other person don't know this. It's really happening in your own little dimension here. Then we have these four net of cards. Okay. Okay. Interesting. The person we just talked about is you. You're withholding. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. You're feeling very insecure. Don't think it's even generally about a certain connection here. I think just in general, you are lacking a bit of security, and you kind of know it. And that's why I don't know why. It's sort of this, you sense it as well. Like, I'm not as secure, I'm not as confident as I normally am. I'm not being the most optimistic. I think more than ever, you're having trouble getting excited about connections or about projecting things into the future. I think there's a general unhappiness, a bit of a lack mindset. Forget all those bad words. It's a bit of swords in the sand that aren't like self-imposed prison here. But you know that. That's my point. You know that. So it's kind of like, why am I being so insecure? Why am I being so negative, or everything feels so heavy? That's where you're at. But then there's this new love, un amour, presenting, or there is something new, a new opportunity. Yeah, okay, so, okay. Oh. Okay. Super weird. So, I can tell you this. At the moment, you're not together with this person, or you're not dating, or you're not hanging out. You are not in contact with this person, okay? But this is sort of a new love, a new romance that wants to present themselves to you, but it is waiting. It is waiting for you to kind of get your shit back together, okay? And not in a bad way. We're not reprimanding you from saying like, come on, why are you being so insecure? It's time you snap out of that. No, the question, why is this happening right now, is very important. You need to find your confidence again, and that you need to take the time for that. I think the reason you're a bit of a dip right now is because you've changed and what you want changed. It's like, I just heard this story. It helps with the kids game where you have the ball and the triangle and the little square, and you have to push them in the holes with the similar shape. The outline of your hole is changing. Okay, that sounds so wrong. I don't want to do this anymore. The outline is changing, so you're not matching it. That's part of it, but I think there was a transformation, some things that ended, some new things that you're confused. You're very confused. You're not at all lacking confidence, but I think internally you're not lacking confidence about maybe I think at the core, this is not about your looks or your achievements or, the general things. I think this is more of a confidence about generally in life. Where am I? Where am I going? I have no idea. I'm very insecure about my footing, where life is taking me, what I'm supposed to be dreaming of. These big things. It's more existential. That's really kind of, like, having its effect, so that's why life is more of a, I don't know, maybe vanilla with chocolate and some strawberry, pistachio, I don't know, it all, you're just unsure of in that sense, what is what I want, what is a good step forward. That's where you kind of lost your footing. So the energies are already waiting for you to kind of snap back into place. So how we're going to get there? You just taking really good care of yourself, okay? Day by day, the small things are going to matter the most now. You're going to help yourself the most with this. You're going to make yourself feel the best with this, okay? You don't know where you're going. You don't know what it's about. And that's actually kind of a cool thing, okay? Try to enjoy it that way. This is exciting. Things are possible. Anything could be possible. All kinds of crazy things could happen. I don't have to know right now. I don't have to decide. I can dream of whatever, and just small things, like eating, sleeping, having fun with that, taking good care of yourself, and then really getting this independent feeling. Like, I don't know where life is taking me. I don't really know what I am, but I feel good on my own little island here, okay? Like I don't know where this boat is heading, but this is a fun boat, okay? I am a fun boat. And letting go. So things have changed, you've changed. It's time to let go of these old ideas, old relationships, old things. Like, it's a bit of a mental dust up that has to happen, all the cobwebs that need to go. So the energies are waiting for you to realign yourself, get to know yourself a bit better, feel more like, just get a bit of a hold on things, and the energy is gonna come back. You're gonna feel confident, and then this new thing is ready, okay? And then what I can tell you, it's something to do with work. Something to do with work. You're gonna work together through work. I don't know. Somebody from your past, okay? But the interesting thing is, it's like you're gonna meet them to trying new things. So you're gonna feel very confident. You're gonna feel all good about yourself soon, okay? Then you're gonna try new things, you're gonna explore, and through that, it's like an old relationship contact, an old something is going to, or it's gonna it's gonna feel very familiar, or something to do with veal, as we just found out, okay? So that's the cool thing. It's gonna be a new love, a new thing, because you're a new you. You're a new shape. Your whole is a new shape. That's the crux here. Your whole is a new shape, and there's an old thing is going to also be a new thing. And then you're gonna have fun together. I've been Jeff and a wizard. I've been the Tiger's Eye, Group 4. Thank you. Let me know what the hell this is. Okay. Thank you. Bye.